So is this enabled for mobile and desktop, right? Because I got some messages coming in saying that it doesn't work on the mobile for some
Yes.
reason, the link.
No, it will be working for all devices,
All
no problem.
devices, right? Yeah, perfect.
Yes. And our participants can hear us as well now. So, hello
Awesome.
everyone.
Awesome.
Good morning.
Perfect. So Akash, I guess we can make a start, yes?
Sure, please proceed.
Perfect. Perfect. So good morning, and once again, thank you very much for joining us this morning. It's a very, very short webinar, um, but just want to explain, why we are doing this webinar first, and then let's proceed. So my name is Ashan Musafa. I am the head of Blueprint or Project Blueprint from the Wesley College Alumni in Middle East. So the idea of Project Blueprint has always been about, as expatriates, trying to get better at what we do on a daily basis, but also discuss, real world problems and how to find solutions. An extension of Project Blueprint is Blueprint Community. So the focus of Blueprint Community is all about education. So we want to make sure that our Sri Lankans who live in UAE continuously develop themselves. And as education it requires time, it requires effort, and it requires money as well. It can be quite costly. So the goal and the objective of Blueprint Community is all about coming together as a Sri Lankan community and kind of forcing each other to focus on education and help our Sri Lankans get better at their jobs on a daily basis, but also upskill and reskill themselves. So we've been looking for opportunities with different universities, different companies, and how to get better deals and how to promote the aspect of education and instill that growth mindset. So that's the purpose of Blueprint Community, and we're very, very happy to partner with Trainocate. So Trainocate is a company that has a platform called Reset. So part of Reset, they have a project called SriLankanization, which provides access to a range of courses that can be done for a very minimal cost. So we've got a really good discounted pricing for us Sri Lankans who are living in UAE. And the purpose of today is to show you what Reset actually does. So before we go into Reset, I just want to give you or touch upon the importance of reskilling or upskilling. I think everyone knows that we are expatriates and we live in a very competitive environment. So we need to have something that differentiates ourselves from others. We need to be able to not only perform better at our jobs, but also equip ourselves with skills that are required for future jobs. So it's just investing in education and investing in skill development is not just about driving your performance, but it's also about accepting that there's change that is happening in the world, and also acknowledging that you need to invest some time and you need to develop, right? So it's going to help your career. It's going to also help you secure yourself. Job security is a must. And just to give a testimonial or someone who has been investing a lot these days in education, I'd like to invite Istiaka here to just maybe say a few words to the audience and tell us, from your opinion, why do you believe that we need to continuously, develop ourselves?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Ashan. Thank you, Trainocate, for Trainocate team for developing this to our Sri Lankan community in UAE. Well, learning does not have any age barrier. You could uh, keep continuously learning uh, because we are all skilled professionals in our own domain and industry. However, when you keep continuously learning, that actually uh, gets us engaged and towards our, helps us on our future growth and our career path as well. So it is not where you learn something up to your master's level and then you keep quiet and you're content about it. The continuous learning journey always keeps you intact on what happens in the world, and then it allows you to contribute more towards the growth of the economy of the country where you're living and your home country as well. So that's that. And as like Ashan said, upskilling always helps you to gain additional knowledge on the own domain, and reskilling helps you to uh, get more knowledge on areas where you have not gone into those domains, and then uh, put your hand up in when there's new trends comes in, using the technology and further going and increasing your career path. I really welcome every one of you today, because today you had moved on a Sunday morning from your comfort zone, and you are looking forward to go towards your learning zone, which will eventually make you to reach your growth zone. What I would really want you to do is, once you're starting from your comfort zone and your journey starts from today towards your learning zone and your growth zone, there is another small zone which you come towards it, that is your fear zone. So make sure that the fear zone does not overcome your focus moving towards uh, the learning and growth zone, because it always makes us go back to our comfort zone and relax. So this is my message to you today, and I have been always in the platform of learning and keeping myself updated. So welcome to everyone, and I'm sure that every one of you will come on board and keep learning. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Istekaya. So, yeah, just to reiterate, I'll give you a good example. Right now, we were having some technical challenges with just understanding Teams. You know, Now we live in a world where Teams and Zoom is the norm, and we are in a global environment. So we need to be able to, correct ourselves and learn that, when we do have technical challenges, how to resolve them. So this is a good example of why we need to invest and continuously develop ourselves. So for the next part of this webinar, as I said, we are going to keep it very short. I'd like to invite Akash from Trainocate to give us a live demonstration of the platform, which is Reset, and tell us, how we can utilize it. Just put it out there for everyone to know. Reset for Blueprint community is only 98 dirhams for one whole year. Okay, it's a one full year subscription for just 98 dirhams, which costs almost nothing. But I'd like to show you what you can do with the platform. So I'd like to invite Akash to please take over and give us a demonstration. Thank you, Akash.
Thanks. Thank you, Ashan. And hello, everyone. And very good morning to everyone once again. Thank you, like Mr. Istiak said, for taking time out of your uh, slow flow Sundays, a day that we usually keep to ourselves, to take on a challenge, to look for different opportunities and look for ways in which you can upskill yourselves. We appreciate each and every one of you who have joined in, and I promise we will make it worth your time. So before proceeding with the demonstration, just one thing I'd like to let you all know. We have our team here on board as well. So um, don't think you have to wait till the last moment for your questions to be resolved. If you have any questions, there is a dedicated Q&A section. You can put your questions there and we will field those immediately. Our team is there to field them, failing which at the end, when we have a little bit of time for our question and answers, we will go through those one by one and read it out, just so that everyone has an equal understanding and everyone goes home with a clear idea of what reset is. All right, awesome. Now let me start sharing my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes,
Yes,
it is,
Akash.
Akash. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you, gentlemen. Um, so for everyone who's joined in, this is the Reset platform. And what Reset essentially is it's a one-stop shop. It's a structured, segmented, simplified learning approach to everything when it comes to Microsoft 365. So Microsoft 365, without a doubt, is at the center of the business world right now, right? Regardless of what industry you're in, whether and regardless of what role you're in, whether it's a technical role, a non-technical role, whether they are frontline, some aspect of your uh, some aspect of all industries, and in the future major aspects if not all aspects will be digitalized, right? So if we think that we are using technology in every aspect of our lives now, in 5 to 10 years down the line, and as we proceed, it's only going to get even more and more sophisticated and more streamlined and integrated in terms of our daily actions and how we interact with digital products to go about those tasks. Right now, when it comes to Microsoft 365, it is a service that's constantly rolling out updates and releasing new products. And these products in particular, the ones that we are overly familiar with when it comes to Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Outlook, these are things we'd like to tell ourselves, okay, I'm an expert in that. I know everything there is to know about that. But the reality is there is so much to learn on these applications that we simply do not know about, right? So for example, let me dive into a reset. So basically, the idea is um, first, let me take you through the platform and show you everything that it has to offer. But to touch on what Ashan said, for 98 dirhams, everything you see on the screen, this entire course library is made available to you. In addition to what you see on the screen, we are always updating the library with newest courses based on new product releases and new product revisions. And those courses during a 1 year period, if made available, will be available to you as well. So with time, this platform only increases in value for you as a learner. All right. So now let's take the core application. So one that we're all very familiar with. Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Outlook, right? So all of these, since they're so feature rich, so they're so feature packed, we've broken it down into three further tiers so that you can start from the ground level, from the very basic, right? Now, um, the great thing about this platform is based on our discussion so far, already you would see some merit or some use case for it, right? Some areas that you may want to learn or you may want to upskill. Or maybe you're a business leader or a team leader within your organization and you want to upskill your team and you're looking at what is the way of going about that, right? So the great thing about reset is it starts, we firmly believe in a no experience, no knowledge required approach. So everything at the foundational level starts from the ground up, from how to open the application, how to navigate around it, what each of the buttons are, what each of the tabs are. From the very basic level, we cover everything, right? So now what we've done is we've entered a particular module, which is Word 365 Essentials. Now inside this module, right, we can see we have segmented it into particular sections. So you can treat these sections like the chapters of each module, right? And each section has a particular learning outcome that we expect you to achieve, right? Or there is a goal in that particular section. So in this particular case, the first section of this module is the foundations. So by completing this section, you will have a solid understanding on the foundations of Microsoft Word. So you can find descriptions of each lesson and what is covered in that lesson as well. So if you are looking for a lesson to just quickly get an idea of a problem that you're facing, you can see if the description matches what you're looking for. And over here on the right hand side, if you can see, the runtime of each lesson is also quite short, right? So we don't believe in wasting time or uh, unused time for any product placement or anything like that. We get straight into the content, and it is task based learning. So that means each lesson done on reset, each lesson done on reset is a new skill learned, right? Every lesson you do is a new skill that you're building for your portfolio. So I understand that all of us have very busy lives, right? But 5 minutes, maybe when you're making your coffee or you're waiting for your food to warm up in the microwave, that's the time frame I'm talking about, right? If you invest that short 5 minutes every day, that's still a new skill that you're learning every day when you uh, learn on the reset plan. So now let's go ahead and click a particular lesson so that we can see the lesson format itself. So the lesson is delivered in English and it's available with subtitles as well. Upon viewing the lesson, you will also find step-by-step instructions on the particular lesson that you just viewed, right? So step-by-step instructions on the particular lesson that you just viewed. And something that's extremely useful is the transcript feature. The transcript is basically the script of the video here, right? So whatever the speaker is talking about, it's a transcript of that video. And what you can do is you can translate it to a wide variety of supported languages. It supports Sinhala, right? It supports Tamil, right? And it supports all the major languages across the world, right? So it's not like it's um, yeah, it supports for anyone and everyone, right? Now, each section, once we've done the lessons required, we can take a quiz at the end of the section just to check if I've gotten the right idea, I've understood the particular learning objective or the learning outcome of that particular section. So in this case, have I understood the foundations of Word, right? Okay. So Reset has built-in quizzes and exams. Okay. We'll come to that in a bit. But the quizzes and exams both are based on real world scenarios. The questions are practical questions that you'd face in your working day to day when working on these particular applications. So what that means is if you're able to answer these questions correctly, you will also be able to navigate around those problems in real life. And now clearly I don't have the knowledge to answer this. That's why I've got it incorrect. But here you can see on the reset platform, when I choose an incorrect answer, not only does it say that I am incorrect, it also tells me, okay, Akash, this is the lesson that you need to go to identify where you went wrong, right? So it instantly bridges your learning gap and allows you the opportunity to correct yourself instead of just giving you the lazy answer, which is just telling you the answer. It doesn't stick quite as well as pointing you to where you went wrong and then you having to find the answer yourself, right? So it's a very intuitive learning platform, right? So there is so much to learn when it comes to research. What we've done so far is only looked at Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Outlook. But in addition to that, there are so many other services that are available, right? SharePoint, right, to manage your company's intranet, to publish articles within your organization, uh, treating it as a news feed, whether you want to manage your organization files centrally, right? And it also has all the collaboration and connectivity and optimization and efficiency solutions of Microsoft on Reset as well. So business applications like Dynamics, Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, right? And various different services. So another great thing about Reset is it allows you to discover new services that you might not even knew exist with your Microsoft 365 license. One excellent example is Sway, right? So Sway is actually a watered down version of Microsoft PowerPoint. But the difference is it's much faster in how you can put it together, and it's much more versatile and easier to work with, right? And it also builds as a newsletter format. So even if you want to create a newsletter and share it with your organization, you can create a sway and just share it across. So it's a similar tool to PowerPoint, but it has its own use cases, and it's much more user friendly and much more straightforward to use. Microsoft Project for the project managers, um, Power Automate to optimize your business workflows. A service like Microsoft Bookings, for example, if you're having trouble with, let's say, for example, you're in a role uh, which requires for you to report to multiple departments, right? And let's say you have to report to sales, you have to report to operations, you have to report to marketing, and all of them want your time, but they don't have visibility on the other requests from the other departments, right? So we all face this problem when it comes to corporate, right? And it can be quite difficult for you to manage your time. By making use of a service like Microsoft Bookings, what it will allow you to do is it will allow you to send a link to those people, and they can select a block of your time and book a scheduled session with you. So you can select, okay, Monday 10 a.m. to 12 a.m., Monday 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., and then again 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. So let's say 9 to 10 and 4 to 5, and your lunch break, you want to leave it free with some leeway for some other work or some paperwork or some desk work, and you just want to wrap things up. You can leave those times and choose specifically the times only you can make available for meetings and share that link. And then they can freely book between those times, and you will be notified, and it will automatically block your calendar as well, right? So this is just one example of the thousands of services. Bookings is freely available, by the way, to your Microsoft 365 license. It is available to you, and it's quite a simple solution to quite a complex problem that most people have in terms of managing their time. Microsoft Loop is another example for such a service, right? Where basically what it allows you to do is it allows you to keep all components with regards to uh, a particular project. So let's say you're working on an event, right? There might be a spreadsheet with the accounts. There might be a Word document with the proposal. There might be a PowerPoint with the pitch deck that you take to customers. You can have all of that located in one point, and you can assign like project tasks. And it's like an application where you can create a component and have all those things in one central interface, easily manageable, and you can work within it as well. It's quite a very powerful tool, and that is also an example of a free service that is available with your Microsoft 365 apps, right? So um, for the time we've allocated today, trust me, I can talk about the lessons that are there on reset for 3 hours, 6 hours, because there's just that much to learn, right? And it's a fantastic platform. Upskilling yourselves on services like Copilot, right? And like Ashan mentioned at the start, just figuring out how to troubleshoot Teams and get it working perfectly for us, right? Something like a Teams meeting can be a simple thing, and we don't even see of it as a burden in our heads. We just expect to join and just kickstart it, but it's something that requires like punctuality, and it's people work towards time, right? So being able to get there on time and make sure everything's working fine, to be able to get those results, upskilling yourselves on Teams is fantastic. And being able to understand your Windows 11 environment properly and how to work with it, and what are all the different features you can do with it, and how to set up your working computer for the best of your working scenarios. There is so much to explore and so much to learn when it comes to uh, Microsoft 365 on recent. Like I mentioned at the start, we make it a point to constantly update our platform with uh, the latest versions of the particular services. For example, for example, um, recently Outlook and Teams received a revision, right? Where they just changed the user face inter completely. And me personally, I was so lost. Buttons were moved around, features were moved around. So things like those, we update those as well. And when new services come out, of course, we'll be covering them. So it's quite a powerful and capable platform in terms of your learning. And like Ashan said, 98 dirhams for the whole year, right? So 1 year of access to this platform and any new content that we may get. Uh, yes. So that is the platform very quickly.
Thank,
Um, yeah,
thank you, Akash.
you're
I
most
think there are
welcome.
some really valid questions coming through as well. I think Istaka has also asked this. So yes, you've shown us some really good tools that we can use on a daily basis, and I think things like Copilot, Power Automate, these are not tools that everyone knows about, and if we in kind of learn these things, it'll be also good. Then we can showcase what we know in our daily work, right? First question is, we're talking about all these skills. Are there any soft skills available as part of the training?
Okay, so to answer that, um, currently Reset is corely focused on Microsoft 365 services. Um, however, however, hold on. We are building up and branching out to other services as well. So here is a particular module on work-life balance and how to keep yourself healthy to be your best at the working environment. Another one is macOS essentials and professional skills development. So how to set up your remote working office and how to be efficient at working remotely, as well as a solid understanding of your device environment and service fundamentals. So the 101 series gives you a complete overview of all the services you use, right? So that is currently
Uh,
what do
so,
we have as
uh,
offering? Yes, sir.
Sorry, Ashan. I think to answer that question, probably I didn't give a heads up to Akash. So the extended library is also given Akash. So the
Oh, okay.
business productivity skills to everything. So for 98 dirhams, we're going to give them the entire platform. Sorry, because usually there's add-on charges for this, but then under the Sri Lankanization initiative, just like how we do it in Sri Lanka, it goes around the world. Any Sri Lankan, they get the access to these soft skills as well. So there are soft skills, Ashan.
Thank you, Sarfala. I think that's what I was going to get to, because that will be something that will be really beneficial for some of our younger guys who are, new to UAE as well. Learn some of those soft skills and apply them, on a daily basis. So yeah, that'll be awesome. Just a second question. I know we are kind of going to the end of our session. Um, do we get certificates? We want to publish these certificates on your LinkedIn profile, and you want to showcase that you have invested, time and effort to upskill yourself. Is that a possibility with this platform?
Yes. So upon completing your exam, you will receive a certificate of achievement from the platform, and it's all automated, so there is no scheduling, nothing. You can just go ahead and take the exam. And once the certificate is generated, you can go ahead and save it, and you can share it on your LinkedIn profiles and embed it into your CVs and likewise. And the certificate will carry the Trainocate as well as the Microsoft Solutions partner logo. Um, so it's a valid credential for accrediting your knowledge in this particular solutions area.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. Let's just open up for the last 5 minutes. If anyone has any questions about the platform, how to be part of Blueprint community. As I mentioned right at the beginning, this is only phase one. We are also already in conversation with other universities as well, trying to promote and education within us Sri Lankans. So any questions on reset, or what we work on with Project Blueprint and Blueprint community? Any other questions, guys? Use the Q&A. Akash, are participants able to unmute themselves and ask questions as well?
Um, hold
Is it
on.
possible, or would we
It's
only be
not
using the
a
chat?
possibility,
That's okay. That's
Asha.
okay. Maybe for the next time. And as Zafrullah said, we can have these awareness programs, and if anyone else is interested, we can always have further conversations. So please use the Q&A, the chat function, to ask any other questions. So we'll probably leave it another couple of minutes and we'll end for today. And I just want to, while we wait for any other questions, I just want to say thank you to the Trainocate team, and also a big thank you to the My team, the guys from the Wesley College alumni who are putting a lot of effort into promoting what we do as Blueprint community. So any other questions from the
And
participants?
I think we've got the QR code to the landing page as well. So, or
Perfect.
probably put in the link so these they can go and have a look at the landing page as well.
Sure. Would you like me to share it on my screen, or
Yes,
what's the best way? Yeah, let's do
I
that.
think that'll be better so that they can
Mhm.
take a screenshot and then use it, and then we'll share it on the chat as well. Probably Senul, if you could put it on the chat.
Maybe what we'll do is we'll send a thank you email for everyone who joined
Yep,
us, and in that
we
we can have the QR as well.
and
For now, let me just share my screen with okay. Ashan has got it. Fantastic. There we go.
Any other questions coming through for today? Or again, you can always reach out to us, the Wesley College alumni, or you can also, directly reach out to Trainocate. We are more than open for both options. And again, a big thank you for those who have invested time in joining us today on a Sunday. And yeah, we really want to focus on instilling that growth mindset. We really want to help people develop careers in UAE. We all spend a lot of time at work, we spend a lot of time doing other things, but I think it's really important we also think about the changing dynamics in the workplace environment, and continue grow and continue learn a new set of skills. Any other questions? Um, while I share my screen, I don't see any questions coming through. So Akash, I'll ask you to have a look at the chat, please.
Nothing so far. And just to add, our colleague Zenul has also shared the direct access link. So through that link or through QR, you can go ahead and head to the registration page. And within 24 hours, so within the end of the working day of tomorrow, everyone who registers today will
Mhm.
receive their license and access.
Yeah, I just got a question come through directly.
Mhm.
So two things. First of all, I'd like to mention that we have a campaign where you can share about SriLankanization on your social media, and you can win a free license from us. So please do, utilize that campaign, and you can get a free license for the next 1 year uh, to, work on yourself. But also, the second question was, can anyone in Sri Lanka use this platform? And I think Zaf mentioned that anyone in the world who is a Sri Lankan can get access to this. So please do utilize this platform. Any
Absolutely. The
Mhm.
project name is Sri Lankanization after all. So it would
Exactly.
be funny if it's not available to the Sri Lankans, right?
Correct, correct. We're all trying to, the big project that Trainocate is trying, I think, is it 10,000 Sri Lankans to be upskilled? That's the end goal. So please do join us and let's work together on this. So maybe we will conclude for now. I just want to say thank you once again to the Trainocate team for partnering with us as the Wesley College
Yeah,
alumni. And yeah, any last
yeah, and
words from
10,000
Zaf?
at the end of this year,
Nice, nice.
but it continues. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. And let's stop there for today. If you have any questions, reach out to us and we're happy to help you. Okay. Thank you, Akash. Thank you, Isakaya. Thanks, Saf, and the team at Trainocare. And thank you for the Wesley alumni as well for supporting us on this.
Thanks, everyone. Have a
Thank you.
Thank
great
you.
rest of your weekend.
Take care. Bye bye.